A cold winter evening covered a small American town while snow slowly fell outside. A tiny old house. Inside, a poor family sat around a nearly empty dinner table. A hard-working father, a loving mother, and their 2 children had only enough food for one final meal. The father looked at the small loaf of bread and quietly said, "Tomorrow will be difficult, but somehow we'll make it through." Just as they prepared to eat, a knock echoed from the front door. Standing outside was an elderly traveler wearing an old coat and carrying nothing but a small bag. The stranger smiled kindly and said, "I'm sorry to bother you. I've been walking all day and haven't eaten." The family looked at each other. They barely had enough food for themselves. Yet the mother gently smiled and invited the traveler inside. The children moved closer together at the table, while the father divided their last meal into smaller portions. Soon everyone shared bread, soup, and warm tea together. The traveler listened quietly while the family talked, and laughed despite their struggles. Before leaving, the elderly man stood near the doorway and said, "Kindness given in hard times is never forgotten." A warm, peaceful feeling filled the small house as he stepped outside into the snowy night. The next morning, the family woke to the sound of vehicles arriving outside. When they opened the door, they stood frozen in shock. Boxes of food covered the porch. Warm clothes, blankets, and supplies filled the yard. A local business owner had anonymously paid several months of their bills. Neighbors had gathered donations after hearing about the family's generosity. Among the gifts was a small handwritten note. The father slowly opened it. The note simply read, "What is given with love is never lost. Jesus." The family looked at one another with tears of joy. Sometimes heaven sends blessings through the kindness we show others. If you believe kindness always returns, comment Amen below.